Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of World Wrestling Affliction. We are back after the little hiatus due to the Xbox glitch. But this man right here is not the WWE World Champion as he is walking around with that title. We want answers. He showed up at the end of the PLE and attacked the person who just came out of the gauntlet match against 10 people to be crowned champion in Luther Ramon. Now let's hear him explain himself for his actions. Wait, what the hell is this? That's Matoto Lee. But what the hell is he wearing? That's not his usual outfit. And it looks like he's fighting Angelo Epps backstage. Well, Trav just said that he's come here with help from friends. Is Matoto Lee one of his friends? What is going on? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Castro Lazara, the man that Trav mentioned before, King Paragon, was this man, Castro Lazara, under a mask. And now he's come out to say something against Trav. He's formed with the Billionaires Club to form a new team or faction known as Parabellum. I am at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. He said he's gonna basically start a war against the World Wrestling Affliction, and with the Billionaires Club by his side, I am at a loss for words. Let's see what Castro Lazara, someone who knows Trav very well, has to say about this. Wait, what the hell is happening now? Jeremiah Stone just attacked Castro? Will Trav bring up Castro Lazara's wife, something he's been known to do in the past? Castro just challenged Trav to a match, and Trav said, "You will have a match, but it won't be against me." And now Parabellum just attacking Castro Lazara here. I have a feeling this is the start of what will be one dangerous faction. And I'm sure WWA will have something to say about it. I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. That was chaotic. So Trav took out Luther Ramon, who I should mention, by the way, was injured already from the gauntlet match that he was in, and the assault from Trav gave him a concussion, and he will be off the shelf for who knows how long. So the world title will be vacated, as we do not know how long Luther Ramon will be out. And now Trav's walking around with the world title like it's his. He's formed with the Billionaires Club to start a new faction called Parabellum. And he's declared war on the World Wrestling Affliction. I have a feeling that this is going to be one chaotic event after one chaotic event. And I hope that our general manager had something to say about this. Because right now, they're just going to be running rampant. First, we had to deal with this faction right here, Bushido, running rampant. And we still don't know why they started attacking people backstage. And then we see these four men, Bushido, followed with Two Fly Stormzy, who I have been informed is part of Bushido now. And ladies and gentlemen, that man at the front, the Falcon, the leader of Bushido, he's not given us any inclination as to why they've just been assaulting everyone backstage. I mean, they've taken out Andy Walker. They've taken out Luther Ramone's tag team partner in Tim Taylor. I mean, Two Fly Stormzy, we know why he's come back to attack TK Landon. But TK Landon has not had his fill with Bushido yet. He is still very much targeting them, trying to get to Falcon. And Falcon has just been sending man after TK Landon. And unfortunately for TK Landon, he hasn't been able to get a win so far against any of these men. Will this match against Jet Kobayashi here tonight be his first victory? Well, we'll find out. But right now, Jet Kobayashi with that waist lock, just twisting TK Landon. TK Landon getting a nice headlock takedown. Locking that headlock in. Wrenching it. Now again, I should apologize for the little hiatus that World Wrestling Affliction has taken to break kayfabe just that little bit with the whole Xbox game save situation. I did not want to risk opening up my game save and losing the whole 40 plus superstars that I have created for this show. So I felt it was best, but eventually I just gave up and loaded it up, and my game save was fine. And it seems so far that I think they've updated it to make it so that it won't corrupt. So either way, World Wrestling Affliction is back every Sunday at 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and that's it. That's where it's at right now. Jet Kobayashi getting the 2 count there. I think our general manager, oh, what a move there from TK Landon. Only just managed to hit a little bit of it though, so I don't think it was too devastating. As I was about to say, I think our general manager has his work cut out for him here in this company at the moment. Because we have Bushido attacking people backstage, and now we have Trav and his whole Parabellum nonsense starting a war essentially against World Wrestling Affliction. Oh, a nice roll up, but I think the ref is distracted. As I was talking, Two Fly Stormzy took off some of the turnbuckles, and that distracted the ref. Nice spinning knee kick there. Oh, and a nice Kamagoye there from TK Landon. Jet Kobayashi getting back in the offensive now. But that being said, even though the general manager has a lot on his plate, it seems that TK Landon is going to battle with Bushido. And now it seems Castro Lazara is going to war against Parabellum. Now, we have word that Castro Lazara will be facing a member of Parabellum in the main event here tonight. I don't know who yet. That's up to Parabellum. But after the brutal assault from both Jeremiah Stone and Trav, it is just... I'm sure he's gonna be weak for that battle, and it's gonna be one interesting showing to see if, as Jeremiah Stone called him, the winless loser, poor Castro Lazara has not had a victory here in World Wrestling Affliction so far. He lost his qualifying match for the gauntlet, and then he lost in the gauntlet itself. So maybe tonight could be just what he needs, a win over Parabellum, while also getting a win in the win column for himself. And this man, TK Landon, also hasn't had any luck getting a win. So far, he's versed Two Fly Stormzy. That didn't work out. He lost that. So Two Fly Stormzy qualified for the gauntlet match. He was versing Danger Daniels and looked like he could have won, but it got called off because Jet Kobayashi, Two Fly Stormzy. There's so many people in Bushido. I'm trying to keep count of them, keep track of them. Two Fly Stormzy interrupted the match, making it a no contest after attacking them both. And here we go, Kobayashi with the cover now. 2. Oh, that was so close to a 3 count. I thought that was going to be it. And then, obviously, he lost again to Two Fly Stormzy at the PLE. Now, after the PLE, we have finally crowned all of our champions. Oh, here we go with the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. So, obviously, we have the world champion has been vacated. The women's world champion is still Ivy Fisher. The women's IC champion is now the villain, Olivia Jade. Marco Gates is the men's IC champion. Jeremiah Stone is the light heavyweight champion. The Pride are the men's tag team title champions. And then the women's tag team champions are Isabella Hunt and Alexia Butler. A very interesting team, that one. And they were able to get the win, and I'm sure that we'll see a brilliant tag team coming out of that. Nice suplex there from TK Landon. Now, moving forward, our first few months, we didn't have a PLE, but moving forward, we will have a PLE every month. So it'll be 4 episodes of WWA and then a PLE. Pretty standard for a wrestling show. We just wanted to, before the first PLE, establish ourselves, get all our superstars shown on the show before we have to think, oh, TK Landon with the TKO there, and Jet Kobayashi taking it as an advantage, now attacking him. TK Landon was taking a bit of time just looking at Jet Kobayashi. That could have been very devastating for him. And it looked like he was being distracted, but he saw it coming. Oh, and here we go. The Rebel Lock. The Rebel Lock. Could we see a tap here from Jet Kobayashi? We do not. He counters it. And Shining Wizard from Jet Kobayashi. Kobayashi goes for the cover. Could this be it here? 1, 2, 3. And unfortunately, TK Landon could not beat Bushido once again. Another loss in the loss column there. and Jet Kobayashi of Bushido staying very much on the offensive. Bushido haven't had the best win-loss record so far in this company. But Jet Kobayashi was able to bring a win to Bushido here. And I've just got to hand it, TK Landon did put up one hell of a fight, but Kobayashi was just too much for him and just got the better of him. And what an amazing opener to this match. I'm still at a bit of a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen, for the whole Parabellum thing. And we still don't know why Bushido is attacking people either. And it's just has been chaos here in World Wrestling Affliction, where the bad guys are winning left, right, and center. The good guys are falling. And Jet Kobayashi getting the win here. Congratulations to him. But for now, let's move on to the next match. Wait a second. Kitty Hagen coming to the ring. Well, she's not scheduled here for a match. Now, Kitty Hagen put on one hell of a fight in the Women's World Championship. Unfortunately, Ivy Fisher, proving why she's called the Queen, was able to bring the win home for her and keep that world title around her waist. So what's Kitty Hagen got to say? Well, Kitty Hagen just calling this woman out, the Women's World Champion, Ivy Fisher. Well, I don't know what Kitty Hagen has Ivy Fisher called out for. Is she here to beg for another title match? Because I have a feeling Ivy Fisher is not going to allow that to happen. But let's find out and hear what they have to say. Wait a second. What the hell? That's Matoto Lee just assaulting the Women's World Champion. Well, what the hell is happening? Kitty Hagen just said the exact same phrase that Trav said to Castro earlier. I'm going to butcher this because I'm not very good at speaking Latin, but I believe it's Si vis pacem parabellum, which basically says if you want peace, prepare for war. And it seems I can kind of see that written on Matoto Lee's trunks there. So is that Parabellum's statement? Has Kitty Hagen joined Parabellum? Poor Ivy Fisher having to fight off not only Kitty Hagen, but also Matoto Lee. Matoto Lee with a third vertebreaker onto our women's champion. I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. If Kitty Hagen has joined Parabellum, they are making one hell of a statement here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we have Andre Salas. Our men's Intercontinental Champion Marco Gates decided he wanted to have an open challenge for the IC title here tonight. And this man right here, Andre Salas, has accepted the challenge. He's going for the title. Hopefully Parabellum have nothing to do with this match, because so far they've had every segment, well, other than the opening match, obviously, because Bushido ran rampant, but so not only has Trav gotten all of the Billionaires Club, but now they also have Kitty Hagen. Who else have they got in the backlines teaming and working with them? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is that man, the World Wrestling Affliction Intercontinental Champion, after 8 weeks of just non-stop Raws against Isaiah Zank. Or was it Jason North? I can't remember. It's been so long since we've been on hiatus. But after their brutal match, in their no-holds-barred match at the PLE, he came out as Intercontinental Champion and has thrown down the challenge. Will Andre Salas step up to the challenge and dethrone our Intercontinental Champion, or will Marco Gates prove that he deserved the win at the PLE and deserves that title around his waist? We'll find out now. Now, I'm sure you can hear I'm already losing my voice, and we're only 20 minutes into the episode. We still have the main event, as well as this IC title match. So hopefully my voice can last for the rest of this show. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Intercontinental title on the line.
Introducing the challenger. From Istanbul, Turkey, weighing in at 235 pounds, Andres Salas. And his opponent, from Cape Town, South Africa, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Marco Gates.
Marco Gates could be potentially looking at that Intercontinental Champion for the last time. Andre Salas looking at the title. Now this is going to be one hell of a match, ladies and gentlemen. And we're off. Salas goes for the early kick, but misses it. Now a waist lock from Marco Gates. Counter from Salas into a waist lock of his own. I'm glad that we're actually seeing some proper wrestling coming out of all these matches and not just assaults, turning on each other, attacking each other before the entrances like we've seen between Marco Gates and Isaiah Zank for the past 8 weeks. This is an actual proper wrestling match for a well, not a world championship, but a World Wrestling Affliction Championship is what I think I was trying to say, and I cut myself off before I finished it. For the Intercontinental Championship. There we go. We'll just leave it at that. It's the last with a nice forearm now. Misses that move over the top rope. And Gates with the knee in the corner into a big bulldog. Salas with the counter now. Back into a collar and elbow tie-up. A nice wrist lock there from Andre Salas. Showing a very technical wrestling style here between these two. This is purely a competitive match. There's no animosity between Marco Gates and Andre Salas. They've known each other since the days of Alpha Omega Wrestling. And they've never had any issues for each other. So this is purely just a friendly match. Andre Salas challenging for the IC Championship. And Salas keeps going for that over-the-top rope move and keeps missing. And Marco Gates reads it like a book. Now what's Marco Gates going for? Oh, went for a forearm over the top rope. Only just hit it, but I think he hit it in the wrong position because it hurt him as well. But it doesn't matter because he's staying on top here in this match. Just absolutely beating down Andre Salas here. Now pulling Salas to get up. Double axe handle off the top rope. Oh, here we go. Anaconda Vice locking it in, but gets the rope break. Wait, what the? No. What the hell is Matoto Lee doing out here? Didn't he get enough joy out of beating down a woman just before? Well, wait a second. He's here to help Andre Salas with the roll-up. Could this be it? 1? No, a kick out at 1. Marco Gates now. Oh, go to sleep. Could this be it? 1, 2, and kick out at 2. Now Andre Salas here. Is he part of Parabellum as well? Or is Matoto Lee just out here to make a statement? I'm sure if he was part of Parabellum, there would be a lot more than Matoto Lee just walking out and distracting the champion. So I have a feeling that he's not, but time will tell. Matoto Lee's left, so he doesn't have much of a part in this match. Now, Salas and Marco Gates going back and forth here with these punches. And now they're going in back and forth these punches now. I think the appearance of Matoto Lee really got into Marco Gates' skin because we've seen a more ferocious side of him. Only a 2 count there from Salas. Ever since Matoto Lee came in. Oh, what a gutbuster there from Salas. To the top rope. Oh, double leg stomp. Goes for the cover now. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. The fans saying we're not worthy. And I'm going to say, other than Matoto Lee interrupting this match, this has been a very technical back and forth fight here out of these 2 superstars. Now, as I said, these 2 know each other well, have had matches in the past. Near on 10 years of knowing each other in the ring. And here we go to sleep. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. And Marco Gates is still our Intercontinental Champion. Now, I'm going to say, other than Matoto Lee interrupting, this was a very back and forth match. It could have gone either way, and Marco Gates, I think that ferocity that he showed after Matoto Lee interrupted and possibly almost cost him the match, that's where it was over for Andre Salas. I mean, we just saw those trade of punches, just the intensity from Marco Gates to keep that title, keep that battle in him, and it was just not enough for Andre Salas to counter. But I've got to hand it to Andre Salas, you know, he fought to the end. And I think his body just gave out after that last go to sleep. I mean, as you see in the replay here, Salas had multiple times to try to win this match. The gutbuster into the double leg stomp, I think, was where he used the last of his energy, and when it didn't get the pin, I think that was it. With Marco Gates then landing the go to sleep for the win. I think Andre Salas just used a little bit too much energy in the double leg stomp, and it wasn't enough to get the win. So congratulations to Marco Gate in keeping your title.
Here is your winner, and still Intercontinental
And I think he wanted to prove to himself as well that he still deserved this title. And he definitely did that right here. But now, let's move on to our main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. This man, Castro Lazara, taking on a member of Parabellum. We don't know who yet, but I can guarantee that this is going to be one hell of a match. And I don't doubt that Trav and the gang in Parabellum have something up their sleeve here in this match. This will not be a single one-on-one match against a member of Parabellum. All of Parabellum, I can almost guarantee, will be out in the ring trying to distract him, trying to cause chaos any way they can to this man. Now, a little bit of the history for Castro Lazara and Trav. They were a former tag team in a faction known as the United, but after some chaos happened, Trav turned on Castro Lazara and basically disbanded the United, and that led into a whole nearly 2 or 3 month feud between these guys, constantly arguing, constantly fighting, and Castro Lazara came out on top in that feud. But this is a new day and a new era for Parabellum. And there you see the new light heavyweight title around the waist of Jeremiah Stone. Trav isn't holding the world title anymore. Apparently, security had to strip the title from him, thanks to the general manager. But apparently, Matoto Lee is in this match. And I've been told now that Diego Danger is now using his full name and is actually Diego Natoli. There you see Parabellum ready to start war, and we've got Matoto Lee versus Castro Lazara. Matoto Lee, very much known as the Enforcer. Nice roll up, going for a quick victory over Lazara here. Could this be it? Oh, a 2 count. And Parabellum hyping Matoto Lee up. Oh my god, that big splash. And this is not a victory, not an opponent, sorry, that Castro Lazara wants to fight. I mean, you see the size difference between these two. Lee just beating down on Lazara from the get-go. I don't think since the bell rung, Lazara's left the ground. And Matoto Lee proving why he is the enforcer. Oh, big splash to the back. Now what's Jeremiah Stone doing? Oh, Lazara finally countered. Finally back to his feet for the first time in this match and falls back to the ground immediately. Lee capitalizes on this. Big lariat there. I apologize for that. Cough if you heard it on the mic. I did turn away from the mic. But Lee just stalking Lazara now. Just beating him down. And just throwing Lazara around the ring. Oh, and Lazara finally with the counter. Jeremiah Stone once again. Oh, here we go with the roll up. Once again, exposing that turnbuckle. Lazara, nice DDT there. Oh, Natoli just tried to get a counter. Tried to get a trip up, sorry. Oh, nice counter there from Matoto Lee. Big double boot to the head of Lazara. Oh, roll up from Lazara, but the ref is still distracted with that turnbuckle. And the kick to the back. Lazara is trying his damnedest to stay in this match. But he is going against the enforcer Matoto Lee, who is one force to be reckoned with here in this company. Big power slam there from Lee. Nice counter there out of the corner. Big lariat once again. Now I've been told that Matoto Lee is using his those lariats come from his fandom of Kenta Kobashi. And the splash off the top rope gets the cover for Matoto Lee. Now, congratulations to Matoto Lee there. I don't think the sound guy got the memo that they're not the Billionaires Club anymore and they're not using this theme, because this is the second time they've used this theme for Matoto Lee tonight. But I guess congratulations to Parabellum, proving that they're here to stay, they're here to make a name for themselves. There they are, all celebrating in the ring. But thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see you next Sunday, 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, for another edition of World Wrestling Affliction.